Welcome back to dang. Welcome back to another episode of Two Joes and a Pro. As always, you got your guys Kenny, Ryan, and Brian. My boys, what's going on? How you doing? I know we've been having a draft heavy week, and I'm in the middle of the draft right now. I know Ryan's doing the draft. Football week is about to kick in full fledged tomorrow. So anyway, how y'all doing?
One more sleep, baby. One more sleep, and it's it.
I'm ready.
I'm clocked out till January, bitches.
Damn.
Like, let's go.
Somebody's
I'm so
hyped.
ready. I am so hyped. Granted, half the time I'm going to be watching these games from a freaking soccer field on my phone, but whatever. I
I'm so
digress.
Loser.
I'm so upset with this auction draft. Like all these people drafted all these running backs, and I have Charbonnet as my number 2. Like this shit is
Whoa. You know what you need? Go get Jerome Ford.
no.
go
All of them guys are gone.
Kenny,
That's what
your
I'm saying.
team's gonna suck.
Some of these, no, it's not. Some of these people are just like just drafting guys just because it's really upsetting.
Zach Charbonnet is your number 2.
Yeah.
Your team's gonna suck. Do you want me to say it again?
How?
Because
I was gonna say, I can
you
guess.
have to start 2.
Yeah,
What are
I
you
can-
doing on a bye week?
bro? I can go ahead and
Bye
get
week. What about any week?
Okay, bro.
Charbonnet is not a startable running back this year, unless
I
Kenneth
can-
Walker gets hurt.
Okay.
Well,
Anyway.
Kenny just put the hex on him, so
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
we might be.
Shocker.
You know how Kenny is with predicting injuries.
Hey, bro. I'm just letting y'all know. This is pissing me off though. I kind of don't like this shit. It's making me mad. Anyway, let's get to it, man. Let's touch on NCAA real quick. Last week was the real week 1. And Florida State is still a losing team. No shocker there.
All over Boston
that is-
College. All over it.
So bad.
All over Boston College for sure.
Bill O'Brien starting out big.
Yeah,
Dude, that's pathetic.
I don't know if it's that bad. I just think that the transfer portal didn't help them.
What was the stat? Was it the most deficit loss by like a team outside of the top 25? Like they didn't just lose. They got beat bad.
Yeah, they got their ass beat the whole game. That's for sure. So, sorry, I'm a little distracted there. I apologize. So, anyway, as far as big matchups, Oklahoma, man, a tough matchup against Temple, 51-3. They beat the dog shit out of the boys. It was so upsetting, bro. I was like, bro, I just can't believe. Like, it's a shame to say I went to Temple. That's how bad it is. And
Come on, man.
No. It's terrible. Like,
I know, but
yes, it's bad.
it's better than a lot of other colleges. So
Stop it, bro.
Hey, at least
No.
they're FBS.
Yeah, okay, FBS, but they still get their ass kicked, and that's embarrassing. It's because it never used to be like that. Anyway, let's talk about the big teams. The big games that really was good. You had Clemson versus Georgia, and I thought it was going to be cool or a close game, but Georgia tapped that ass. And then you had some teams that didn't really fare well. You had let me touch on the big teams, right? So you had Texas, Ole Miss, Penn State, Tennessee for sure, Oklahoma State, Kansas State. All those teams handle business, right? Miami played against a Florida team, and people thought it was going to be a close game. I told people it's not a chance in hell. Florida's going to bust that ass with Cam Ward, and Miami's going to bust that ass with Cam Ward. And 41-17, they beat Florida. And then on top of that, you had a Michigan team, which everybody was expecting so much for, but they look like dog shit. They barely beat Fresno State. People going to say 20, but the game was closer than what it seems, right? And they just look lethargic on defense. They didn't really look good at all. And it's kind of sad because I think they're gonna get the full wipe with them this week versus Texas. Somehow it might be a little nail biter for a little bit, but I think Texas is gonna handle them single handedly. I think a shocker college game day. Everybody was so big on Texas A&M with Elko being there, and like, oh man, it's different. The 12th man playing, and College Station and Notre Dame can't win there and handle business, which I'm happy for Freeman, Marcus Freeman, to get there because he doesn't get a lot of love for sure. And then a team that disappointed me, but I think they should bounce back this week. It's going to be Oregon. They played against Idaho, and they only won 24-14. And it was really a bad game. Like, watching them, it had more yards, but it's just they couldn't put drives together. So Idaho gave them a run for the money. It was 14-0 at halftime. Then Idaho scored. It was 14-7, and then they scored again 14-14, and then Oregon did the rest. Alabama played Western Kentucky. That was an easy ticket to hit on that if you bet them. And then you had some individual performance with, what is his name from Arizona? McMillan from Arizona, baller, 10 catches, 304 yards, 4 TDs. You had Jentney from Boise State. He had 6 tuds. I forgot. I think he had like 200 or some yards himself. Then you had Colorado get a win. That was a Thursday night game, Friday night game. There, a little close win there. They play against a Nebraska team who looks very good. A Nebraska team that looks very good. They have a quarterback. They look like they have a lot of young guys from got a lot of guys from Florida there. So we'll see what's going to happen, man. I think it's going to be an interesting game that week. They're playing in Nebraska, so we'll see what goes from there. Then other than that, I don't really think I'm missing anything. But other than that, I think everybody's kind of like same old, same old. On Sunday, we had LSU play against USC, and of course, LSU does do what they do best, and they lost on the opening game. So that happened there. And USC, I like how Miller Moss looked. I like what Lincoln Riley is doing. So we'll see if they can sustain that, because we're going to have to get into a tough schedule playing some teams in the Big Ten. I don't really think any team in the Big Ten is really good besides maybe Ohio State, but Penn State might be the best looking team through week 1 right now. We'll see if they sustain it, if they can, keep it open. As far as, passing the ball, they definitely have a lot more talent at the wide receiver position. Defensively, they play decently. But yeah,
it's the same story at Penn State every year. They look great, they run into Michigan and Ohio State, and they lose both of them.
They won't lose against Michigan this year, and then they won't lose against Michigan this year. And then I would say to that point as well, what you see from them offensively, with them letting Drew kind of throw the ball around, if they keep that and he continue to step up and actually play like a real quarterback, I think they're going to be all right, bro, because defensively they're good. And then, also they have a lot of skill players, and they have a stable in the backfield. So that's what I have for college football. I think we'll touch on BK bets a little bit more later, and I'll touch on some things that I like to see there. And then we'll go from there. So that's what I got for college football.
Just real quick on baseball, since I haven't really given much of an update lately.
Because no one cares.
I know.
Shit, my hot mic.
Hey, Ryan, your mic's on. No. So basically, the whole AL East, they don't want to win the division apparently, because both the Yankees and the Baltimore Orioles. Sorry, wrong bird. They just keep losing games that they shouldn't be losing, and they keep blowing leads. They're just lucky that no other team in the East can contend with them. So, but yeah, they've just been disappointing, especially if you've been trying to bet on them. Just, you gotta stay away right now. Let's see. Houston has been surging in the standings lately.
Houston who?
Houston Astros.
Them boys been looking like dog shit the last couple of games.
Better than the last 2 teams I just talked about.
That's true. But
honestly, the team that's looked the best in the AL recently is Cleveland. And that's nothing special either. Most of your teams are playing 500 ball right now. It's typical of baseball. They kind of just They've already solidified their position. They're just going to go back and forth. In the NL, the Padres and Diamondbacks have been hitting the crap out of the ball, but they don't have pitching. Otherwise, they'd be winning a lot more games than they have been. The Dodgers have taken command of the NL West. They look like the best team in the NL again, aside from maybe the Phillies. Phillies probably from top to bottom have the best lineup, but the Dodgers probably have the edge in pitching when healthy. So it's coming down the wire. We'll see. How the playoffs picture shakes out. We got the end of the month, and the playoffs will start. So,
bro, I literally ate $26.
How did it taste?
That's poor management.
How's it poor management?
Because you ate $26.
Yeah, you need to pay. You need to pay up.
Meaning players that you like that you didn't win out on, you could have spent $26 more.
Bro, first of all, how am I supposed to know that going into the thing? Right? Like I have 15 positions to fill. How am I supposed to know? Oh yeah, let me just do this. No, bro. I was like, all right, cool. I gotta save my position for the end.
Kenny, there's like 3 or 4 guys in an auction league that you have to like decide I'm spending for them no matter what. That's how you have to build your team. You have to decide what you want your core to be, and you have to be willing to spend for those.
What do you mean? I thought I'd spent well. What were we talking about? I got Josh Allen, Alvin Kamara, CeeDee Lamb, Garrett Wilson, Deebo Samuels, Jalen Waddle.
But who did you spend a lot of money for besides? I know you spent a lot for CD.
Garrett Wilson.
How much was that, Garrett Wilson?
50. Alvin Kamara was 50.
You spent $50 on Kamara?
Wait, what was this budget?
Yeah, really, what was the budget?
It had to have been like $300.
I know, because we do a $200 budget. So to us, $150 on 3 players, you're basically out of the draft.
Sorry,
and
guys.
You said you had $25 left over.
This dude had like a $500 budget.
Yeah,
I know.
And he spent 60. And he spent 60 on CD or 55.
No, 50. One guy in the league spent 70 on McCaffrey, 67 on Bijan, 71 on Taylor, 27 on Mostert, and everything else he had to get for $1.
Yeah, I don't know what
Travis Kelce spent 52. Everything else he has $1 with no names.
Your budget's like 300
or at least
Probably.
250. Like
probably.
Yeah.
But like some guys, this just pissed me off like that. How many running backs they just took? Like you don't even have anybody. Whatever. We'll talk about that later. Like these dudes don't even have any receivers. Like your starting receiver is Jerry Jeudy and Jameson Williams. Gabe Davis, Brandon Cooks, Roman Wilson, Demario Douglas is your. Come on, bro. Stop it. Can't win with that. People talking about I can't win with a one running back. Shoot, they can't win with no receivers. Anyway, all right. Baseball. I'm sorry. I cut that off.
No, I mean that's all I really have, unless you guys have anything to add. But it's the end of baseball season.
Yeah, I was just touching on football. I was getting it started. NFL. Ryan, before we start talking about the projections for the season, since we're talking about fantasy already, tell me some of the things that surprised you through your draft, or both of you guys through your draft thus far, like people that got picked high, vice versa, stuff like that.
I think one of the biggest things that's surprising me is, you're seeing it less and less. When we first started doing drafts, probably about last week, it was shocking how far down you could get someone like Cooper Kupp. I was snagging him in like the 4th round in some drafts. Yeah. Now he's pushing back up to the 2nd, 3rd round.
Which is where he should be.
It's where he should be. What people don't understand, like Puka was great, and Puka Nacua is gonna eat this year. But the offense is gonna run through Cooper Kupp. Yep. Like that connection he has with Stafford in the red zone, he'll have more touchdowns. Puka's gonna get the receptions, but Kupp is gonna be still getting scores in the end zone. So I like Cooper Kupp a lot, and I think that he's been his value starting to raise up because I wasn't able to snag him in some of these other drafts that I've been doing. But in the beginning, I was eating him up wherever I could in that 3rd, 4th round turn. Yeah.
Eat him up. Hey, pause. Jeez.
He's one that I think, obviously, because of injury, Josh Jacobs is starting to climb up the board. I like him because he's all they got in Green Bay right now.
Yeah,
Dylan's
sure.
hurt. Dylan's out for the year
Mhm.
with a neck injury, I think it is. It was a stinger, and then he was just day to day, and now he's out for the entire season. Marshawn Lloyd is coming off of injury, but he's also a rookie. He's a speedster, so maybe he might be a flyer later on down the season. But as of right now, he's not. And I mean, yeah, I love stuff like that. And a lot of the quarterbacks are starting to get drafted a little bit early. The one that gives me some concern is if I were to start a franchise right now, obviously Patrick, besides all the mainstay quarterbacks, but like CJ Stroud is a great guy you would want to lead your team because he's a great quarterback. But it scares me having him as your only option at the quarterback position in fantasy, only because for a guy like him to be successful, he has to and be prolific, he has to throw 35 plus touchdowns to be prolific fantasy quarterback, because there's so much. But like someone like Jaden Daniels, who's a rookie in Washington this year, he could throw for 15 touchdowns and still be higher on the list than Stroud in terms of fantasy points, because he rushes for 805, 6, 7 touchdowns. So those rushing quarterback numbers are insane. So I would be surprised if someone like Will Levis is not high on people's fantasy radar like midway through the first 4 weeks, just because of that rushing baseline.
Yeah, I think as far as that, I think a lot of people, what I've noticed is that a lot of people are so high on CJ Stroud from last year. And I don't think CJ Stroud's going to necessarily have a bad year. I just think that the receivers that he has around him, besides Tank Dell, I think there's going to be lackluster, right? I just think they're going to be lackluster. I just think when you have guys that are so used to, they're like volume receivers, right? They're guys that need the ball in their hand, and that's how they're productive. They're not guys that's like, hey, I can take 1 or 2 catches and I'm fine with that. Like Tank Dell is that guy. Like, but somebody like Stephon Diggs, he wants the ball. Nico Collins flourishes when he has a lot of touches. You have a running back in Joe Mixon. I think it's kind of their running back is treacherous with Joe Mixon, and you still got Cam Akers maybe, and then you got Damian Pierce or is Damian I don't know. Damian Pierce? DeMar Pierce? I don't know.
Who are we talking about?
Demir Pierce from Houston.
Oh, Damian Pierce. Yeah, sorry.
Damian Pierce, right?
I got lost.
It's all that. I think a lot of people are big on Saquon. I think a lot of people are big on Christian McCaffrey.
The thing that scares me most about Christian McCaffrey, and I would draft him with the first overall pick, but those calf strains, a lot of times those turn into Achilles tears, and that scares the shit out of me, that he's already dealing with a calf strain.
I know. If this was the old man league, I would say, but the treatment that he's going to get and things like that, I wouldn't be so worried about that.
I hope so.
I would think more so of them wanting him to last the whole season, that you see his usage is be different. I don't think you see him has the same high volume as he did before. I think you start to see him, they start to use Debo more, or they start to get other guys more involved, or they say, hey, Jordan Mason, hey, take some of this workload off of Christian McCaffrey, right? And so we can manage him a little bit. So as the season progresses, he doesn't get hurt or get injured, because we need him for our playoff push, right? So yeah, I other than that, I'm not big on CeeDee Lamb too much, but I've drafted him in all my leagues. Like I had him like number 2, number 3. I'm like, I guess I got to take him because it's him or Tyreek Hill, and I really don't. For some reason, I really don't like Tyreek Hill. I don't know why.
This is like a Kenny feeling. Dude's gonna be injured.
Tyreek Hill's getting hurt. You guys heard it here first.
Hey, listen,
Kenny's got a magic power.
Yeah, that's probably true. Just something about Tyreek that just is like, man, I don't know, man. Stay clear of that, right? Like it's like Tyreek or CD. I was like, I'll take CD. Same thing with Jamar Chase. I think Jamar Chase starts slow. but I think he has a hell of a year towards the end. So if you have Jamar Chase, that's the same. And Jonnu Smith, I think he kills at tight end. I think he's like a sleeper at tight end, and down there in Miami. Marvin Harrison, I don't think he does better than Malik Neighbors. I just don't. I think he does good, but I don't think he does better than Malik Neighbors, man.
Malik is having 150 targets as long as he doesn't get injured.
Yeah.
Volume.
But how many of those are going to be catchable?
I don't care. He can take it from the line of scrimmage and could be gone.
Man, in baseball, how about doggone the White Sox busting the Orioles' tail?
Bro. Insane.
Did you see the model said White Sox?
Yeah.
No. Oh, you
I
did.
couldn't do it though.
Me either. I took the over though. I saw it. I was like, but I took the over.
Yeah, I couldn't do it. How can you bet on the White Sox? They're eliminated from playoffs already.
Bro.
They're literally the worst team in baseball.
Brian, when I saw that joint, I was like, what? I said, this know something? I said, I don't know, man.
Yeah. I mean, we gotta start listening to the model more. The longer that thing has run, the more and more accurate it has become.
Yeah.
And it doesn't make any sense to me just looking at it like why would the White Sox win tonight? Well, they busted ass. So.
After the last 2 nights, it said Orioles heavy, and then today it was White Sox heavy.
You know what it is? In baseball, there's not a lot of sweeps, so it makes sense in this instance. Like the team won twice, so that means the other teams win the third game, most likely.
It's just weird though, because it's like, I don't know, guys. This is a side note. I think it's weird though because it doesn't know that. It just has the stats. It's not like it's like, hey, this is a sweep. You know what I mean? Like, I guess it can see the back data. I get that, but like the logic behind, dang, bro, that's 2 games in a row. It shouldn't be a sweep. It was like a little creepy, but whatever.
But baseball, I mean, is literally a law of averages type of game. So
that makes sense.
It might be the best sport for a model, honestly.
Yeah. Anyway,
let's get to football.
Let's get to football. Let's get to these predictions.
Oh wait, let's talk about the contracts that are happening. Did we talk about CD last week? CD got his contract.
Let's talk about Hassan Reddick.
Is he still sitting?
He's still the one that Jets won't fucking pay. Sorry for my only hope.
Why would you trade for someone and then not pay them?
Bro,
what do you think he was like? He's like, yeah, he'll come here and not get paid. But don't worry, the Jets are throwing 3 years, 30 mil at Michael Carter at slot corner.
Woo.
Well, they got extra money right now, so why not?
We'll show that we'll pay our guys. Okay.
I have no idea what Jamar Chase is doing. He's 2 years out. And he's trying to sign a long-term or an extension. Kenny's out here trying to throw fake news at me from like some shady ass Twitter account telling me, hey, Jamar Chase just signed. No, he did not.
4 years,
he was at practice though. He's at practice though.
He did individual drills.
He was at practice.
He does teach this dude. Who else? Didn't someone else get paid? Ricky Pearsall shot in the chest.
That's
what
crazy.
6
I saw
inches.
That. Bro, I saw that video.
Oh, there's a video.
I saw that video, bro. He had it's like a sucking chest wound, low key, because it hit in and it came out. So that was the best scenario, right? Just in and through the back. Anything. And they didn't hit anything because it was how high it was. But it's like, to your point, Ryan, it's like a little bit over, bro. His heart is right there, which I didn't even know your heart was in the middle of your chest. I thought your heart was to your left. It's not. Your heart is like literally under here. That's crazy. I didn't even know that. They're talking about that, the arteries, his spinal cord, like literally 3-4 inches away, bro. It's a different story right now.
I think he's back after like 5 weeks, like because of where it's at. Like that recovery is,
bro. It's different than a leg, like a leg shot. It's different than a flesh wound in the leg. Like when you get hit in it. When you get hit in the chest, bro, you still gotta, because it's different when like Brian Robinson would hit the leg right, hit like a piece of the meat, and then he's like, all right, cool, like it can heal back. But through your chest, internally, like it's still. You
I
don't
looked
watch
at
the
his
video.
Instagram. I looked at his Instagram to see to see like if he had updated anything. And there was like a picture of him like showing off his watch in like one of his pictures. I was like, ooh, this was before.
Yeah, you got to look at the video. They had a video on the joint where he literally like it's like walking, but you can see the chest shot because he got his shirt off. He's like walking, and they're like holding and helping him over. I'm like, bro, man, he got getting too much credits. Too much credit. They're like, bro, you a gangster for that, bro. And he fought over the gun, shot Buddy back. Buddy got hit in the arm. That was crazy.
Who should I draft here?
You had to know that. First of all, I guess is that considered premeditated?
If it was planned, yes.
If it was planned, yeah.
But you got to think about it. How you just have a gun on you? Oh, that's Ricky Pearsall. Let me go rob him.
No, I heard that he was like targeted.
No, he had to be, bro. It doesn't make any sense. And he went, yeah, it's a curse. And it doesn't make any sense because he went to jail today. The youngin went to jail today and said, "I'm extremely sorry." What, bro? You think that changed something? That does not change something, bro. You 3 inches away from killing somebody, bro. What are you talking about? I'm extremely sorry. We're sorry.
What are you gonna do though?
Family. What do you mean? What are you gonna do?
If you're him, I mean, you might as well say sorry. You're screwed anyways. So.
No, you don't say sorry. You take that shit on the chin. You say, "Bro, I'm like that." Because come on, bro.
Hey Brian, remember when I took Alvin Kamara?
Yeah.
Ramondre was there when I came back, and it was the far turn, so he must have just made it.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, but then so now I'm doing hero wide receiver because my number 1 wide receiver is AJ Brown, number 2 is Jackson Smith and Jigba.
What's wrong with that?
I know he's just my number 2, and then Christian Watson's my number 3.
I like it. Pick up a guy like Jerry Jeudy, you know. Yeah, you're fine. Wide receiver is so easy to make up.
Pacheco, Kamara, and Stevenson.
Yeah, you're gonna
in a 14 team.
That's really good.
Good. You want good running backs, and then
because there's gonna be no depth on the trade waiver wire.
Might have to grab your boy Nick Chubb here in a little bit.
Heck yeah, stash him.
Pacheco, dude, Mitch. I am so high on Pacheco this year that it's downright criminal. Meaning, like, if he gets injured, I'm gonna be pissed. Like I'll be in no fantasy leagues this year. I've drafted him almost everywhere I could with that second pick. I just need him to stomp his way into the end zone like 6 or 7 times. His angry runs at the ground. All right, what are we doing? We're doing predictions. Hey, let's set this up real quick. Just week 1. We got a game tomorrow. Let's do a little preview for tomorrow's game. So we got
let me pull it up.
Yeah, let me pull that up. Tomorrow, kickoff, NFL kickoff. I'll be watching in a freaking car driving to Ohio.
What?
Gangster. I know.
What a loser.
You're going to Ohio?
Yeah.
For soccer.
I'm driving from Maryland to Ohio tomorrow.
For what?
Friday, we're driving from Ohio to New York. Saturday, we're driving from New York back to Maryland.
So basically, you're missing football this whole weekend. Pretty much.
I mean, well, me and Brian will be getting to $1,000 on our
100,000.
No. We're still slow rolling, bro. Relax.
Oh yeah, I've only hit the first step of my bank builder.
We did.
I did.
So you guys are. This is I can't bet with you guys. You guys do by volume. You're like, no, I'll just place like 100 million bets, and I'll keep doing my bankroll. And
no. I told you, just like I told everybody else. I said Oklahoma State. Take them to spread. I said, take doggone Penn State. Take them -7. That is for the 2. Don't listen to the doggone the Colorado stuff because I said that's for Thursday.
Stop screenshotting shit to me and then I go and follow it, and you're like,
Bro.
"Oh, that one lost. Sorry, but
You're
I did
you're
another
prepping
one.
me
I
for
did
what I have
another."
to deal with the public
I-
because you act just like the public. Like, well, give me everything the right thing. Give me the right thing. Listen, you got 2 ears, 1
So
mouth.
that,
Stop
don't
talking and
brag,
listen.
don't fucking brag to me about how you won or the first part of your bet or this, that, or the other, because everything you're sharing is shit, but you're keeping the good ones to yourself.
Bro, you
Everything's
sound like-
shared on DK.
Hey,
No.
exactly.
Oh,
Let me
okay.
tell you something.
If
For you guys,
I don't
let
have
me
that
tell-
kind of
Let me
bankroll,
tell
Brian.
everybody right now. Let me get this out off of my chest right now. For everybody that's going to be joining us and following our bets, shut the hell up. I don't want to hear anybody complain about picks, bets, all that. We have DraftKings. You can follow us, right? We post what we are doing. We tell you guys what we're doing. And listen, I am tired of people being ungrateful. I'm in a group chat. I sent them my baseball tickets. I sent my football tickets. Kenny, you got all the good stuff. You had all the good stuff. I hit 6 parlays. Guess what they said? Bro, where the 4 legs at? Where the 6 legs at? Damn. Damn. Y'all not happy? Y'all not happy for what I give?
Oh, for fuck's sakes, Brian! You trying to
Brian,
trigger
get
me.
out of here, Brian.
This
Yeah.
Put
can we
money
talk about
on
this for a
love.
minute?
Oh my god. What
No.
a troll.
No.
I mean,
No,
it'd
I
be pretty good
love-
odds because
Hey,
nobody
Brian.
in their right mind would think that he's going
Brian,
to win MVP.
listen, Brian, I got inside news that, hey, Jordan Love is really Aaron Rodgers. Like, he's the modern Aaron Rodgers for Green Bay. So I might put money on that. Let me see what those odds look like. The odds might be really good. Exactly. Good odds. Exactly. See?
It's
Anyway,
he doesn't rush enough.
tell us
That
about
means
he
he
doesn't
has
need
to
to rush.
throw
He
for
just
40.
needs
He
to
means
throw his ass off.
Then he needs to throw for 40.
If he throws for 40 and throws for like 4,800, he'd be good.
and
Yeah.
less than 7 picks. Yeah.
It'll be Aaron
Yeah.
Rodgers.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So we're pre-gaming
let's-
tomorrow.
Tomorrow's
Not
game.
Boston College. Baltimore versus Kansas City, right?
In
So what-
Kansas City.
In Kansas City.
Mhm.
-3 Kansas City right now, currently. Which you should bang the fuck out of. Because Baltimore ain't gonna get it done. Personal opinion.
I'm
Yeah.
on the
Ryan-
opposite end.
Ryan
Here's
Ryan
why.
is like +3.
Wait. Who'd you say? Sorry, what'd you say?
He's in Kansas City.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
with you. Kansas
That's fine.
City's winning that game.
Listen, normally I would be like that, but I saw a stat today that it caught my eye, and I gotta roll with it. Lamar Jackson is 13-1 against the spread when he is the underdog. I like those odds. I'm gonna go with him winning the game.
Yes. I understand that, but he's
So-
not playing against Patty Pat.
And he won 10 of them. So he beat
He's
the
not
spread
playing against
13
Petty
out of
Pat.
14. Okay.
He's
Hey, I'm
not
just
playing
letting you
against
know.
Patty Pat. Like, listen, all those statistics.
Patty Pat starts slow year in and year out.
Listen,
Kansas
all
City
those
Chiefs-
statistics works when you're not playing against the GOAT or baby GOAT.
Okay.
It works for regular smegular. But when you play against GOAT or baby GOAT, you throw those out the window.
Hey, listen, nobody thought the Lions were going to beat the Chiefs in opening day last year.
No. We called that in May
Well,
last
I
year.
mean, I did. I did. Yeah, I was all over the Lions, but
I said Lions is going to get them. We call that in May.
and we're going to hit the under as well, because what happens with the under in primetime games, Kenny?
Bro, I'm not
It
hitting
hits
no damn
about
under.
70% of the time.
I'm hitting the over 47. I'm hitting the over. Are you crazy? Are you crazy? You know why I'm not hitting the under? Because everybody and their mom putting money on the under right now. I'm not doing it. Vegas doesn't want to see you guys win. I'm going opposite. Over, Ryan. Agree or disagree?
Over?
Ryan? Over.
What's the over under?
47 right now. So 24-27 game, 24, anything 24-24. You think they start slow?
I think it's an over. I think it's an over game. I think Pacheco's scoring. I think Kelsey's scoring.
I think Derrick Henry's gonna get them too.
Yeah, like I think there's going to be scoring. Derrick Henry's going to have a coming out party. Would not be surprised if Andrews goes off as well, because he's like, I'm back. So yeah, I like
It's
it.
crazy. If you look at touchdown scorers, you got Pacheco, Henry, Kelsey, Rashee Rice, and Mark Andrews. I can see all of them scoring them all. One tud. If you do it anytime, 6,500 for all 5 of them scoring once.
That's pretty crazy,
That's
but not gonna happen.
insanity.
You don't think it's going to happen? It's
No, the odds of each one getting one is lower than like someone getting 2 or
listen to what I'm saying though. Pacheco can get a rushing, right?
yeah.
Travis Kelce can catch one, and you don't think Rasheed Rice can catch one? That's probably the less person is Rasheed Rice.
Why
Yeah.
don't you just put Derrick Henry in there instead?
Look, Derrick Henry is already in there. That's for Kansas City. Derrick Henry
Oh.
and Mark Andrews on the Baltimore side.
I don't know. What if Lamar runs one in?
That's fine. We're saying the over's going to hit. So essentially, if the over hit, that's 5 touchdowns. You're still 21. You still need another person to get a touchdown. So 21-21.
I don't know, man. I'm just saying. So the bettors on DraftKings specifically, it's 50-50 on whether they're hitting the over or under right now. That's where the money's at.
Listen, I'm not even-
54% of the money line is on Kansas City. 54% of the spread is on Baltimore.
I just put, just because you guys doubted it, I just put money on that as we speak. $15 to win $9.90.
Kenny's first NFL lottery ticket of the year.
That's not a lottery ticket.
I mean, kind of. You're putting a very minimal risk into something that, if you hit it, it's great. Like it's a fantastic payout for how much you're risking. So in a way, that's a lottery ticket.
But what I'm saying is, it's not like I'm taking Jonathan Stewart to score like some dude that's not going to get targets.
I'm not saying that.
You know,
I'm not just trying to disparage it. I'm just saying you go to get a scratch off from the store and you win $1,000. You feel pretty good about it. That's essentially what you're doing here.
Okay. So can we hit on these? You got anything else to say, Ryan, before we do these playoff predictions or season predictions?
No, I'm ready.
All right, let's do it. So we don't be here for 8 years.
We're just gonna do totals, right?
Huh? Totals.
Yeah, we'll just do by
Division.
here for the betting segment. Yeah, that's right after.
Who's it at?
Travis is here for the betting
Oh
segment.
yeah, I got some shit
Hold
for
on.
you, Travis.
We'll start with the AFC. Hold up, I gotta do my draft pick.
Bro, I'm tripping. I got the Chiefs 17-0.
No, you don't.
I guess I do. I didn't even look at it. I just picked.
Oh, Jesus.
All right. Let's start with the NFC North, top left.
AFC?
AFC.
Sorry, AFC North.
No, that's not AFC North.
Yes, it is.
Uh,
I thought it's AFC West. Kansas
Yours is
City,
Oh,
Chargers.
it goes by whoever you have that has the number 1 seed. That's why.
Okay, cool. We'll start AFC North. Go ahead.
AFC North. Just figure it out.
All right, I got the Ravens going 13-4, winning the division.
Me too.
I have the Bengals 12-5, the Browns 12-5, and the Steelers 8-9.
What?
Below
You're gonna have
500
Tomlin
Below
500?
500. Yep.
Oh.
I have the Steelers 4-13.
Oh my god.
That's bad.
Come
I
on.
thought I was ballsy.
I
How
had
are you
them
gonna do your man
4-13.
Tomlin like that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
just because I just think the fucking dog water. I think everybody is light years better than them in that conference. I have the Browns at 11-6, and then the Bengals 13-4, and then Ravens 13-4.
Okay. Well, I have the number 1 seed as Baltimore Ravens going 14-3. The win in the division, obviously. I have the Bengals at 10-6. They're going to sneak into the playoffs. I have the Browns 9-7, missing the playoffs. And wait, I must have missed something with the Browns.
I've got the Browns really good, and I don't know why.
I missed a game with the Browns somewhere. How are they 9-7? Anyways, and then I have the Steelers.
That means you're
9-8.
missing someone else's game too.
Yeah.
So whenever you figure out who else you're missing, just look up when they play and then go figure that out.
Yeah, I'm figuring it out right now.
Because that might sway whether or not they make the playoffs. All right.
No,
Them motherfuckers ain't making my playoffs.
no, because wait. Oh, they play so I only have the Bengals 10-6.
So whatever that week is,
Bengals win that game. I have the Bengals 11-6. There you go. I'll go back and find it. Figure it
All
out.
right. What's the next conference or next division?
Ours is AFC. Well, mine is AFC West.
Okay.
I got the Chiefs 12-4, Chargers missing the playoffs at 10-7, Raiders 4-12, and Broncos 4-12 or 4-13. I guess I'm missing a game for the Raiders there.
Yeah, y'all was on my case about not getting everything. Y'all missing games and shit. I had
And
Kansas
I
City-
can't go back, so I don't know who it was.
I had Kansas City at 17-0. I had I know you guys are like, what the hell, Kenny? 17-0. I had Chargers 8-9, Broncos 6-11, and the Raiders at 3-14 with Devontae Adams demanding a trade. Mid-season.
Oh, mid-season trade?
What about you, Brian?
Oh, sorry. It's the West, right?
Yep.
I have the Chiefs winning the division at 12-5. I have the Chargers at 11-6, making the playoffs. I have the Broncos at 8-9, and then the Raiders 5-12.
The Chargers are not making whatsoever.
Bro, you'll see the Harbaugh effect.
Bro,
That that defense is going to be very good, Kenny, as long as they stay
no, we're
healthy.
not.
And they're going to run the piss out of that ball. And I think one or two of these receivers are going to pop for them. And Justin Herbert's a good quarterback.
He is a good quarterback.
It's going to work.
He's not going to throw the pill like that. And even if he
doesn't
does,
need to, they're going to run the ball. He's going to get like
Gus Edwards and J.K. Dobbins.
Vidal's going to come in, man. That's the boy.
Oh, Vidal.
Out of Troy, bro. Come on.
My bad. Oh man, no, Brian, I didn't. I had them not even making the playoffs.
Last year, you had them undefeated, Kenny.
I had a 15-2.
You had them undefeated. I feel.
I guess I'm wrong, right? Because last year I had them doing good. They were dog shit. I guess this year I have them doing bad. They did good, huh? Maybe.
No, I think they're a good team, and I think Harbaugh's gonna. He's a transformative coach in a locker room.
Not 1 year, bro. In college, yeah, not here. He
was in the NFL. He showed it.
2 years to get his system, get his things under control, and I think next year.
Didn't he do it year one in San Francisco? I'm pretty sure they made the playoffs his first year. If I'm remembering correctly.
We'll check back in Thanksgiving time.
Okay.
What's the next division, Ryan?
AFC East is my next division. I got Miami at 12-5. The Bills at 11-6, 8-8 Jets, and the Patriots at 4-13.
I got the Dolphins as a number 2 seed, 14-3. I got the Bills at 12-5, and I have the Jets on the outside at 11-6. And then I have the Patriots closing the fucking gate at 1-16.
I feel like you just did that as a personal attack, Kenny.
I promise you I didn't, bro. I didn't even get no thought. No thought. No thought. I just I clicked. It clicked. I just clicked through.
If that happens, I mean, whatever.
I took the Patriots winning week 1 against the Bengals. I even did that for you, Brian.
Yes, I did not. However,
pick next year,
bro, the Patriots might sneak a game there. I'm just saying, since he's vulnerable in the early season. But I did not pick them to win that game. I have the Bills winning the division again at 11-6. I have the Jets at 11-6, but Bills win the tiebreaker. And then I have the Dolphins on the outside looking in at 10-7. And then the Patriots I have at 6-11.
Can we talk about
what?
Can we talk about this real quick? Well, first off, we all can agree, because based on our picks, is this Stephon Diggs Bills loss is not as significant as one would think. We have the Bills at a similar record as like last year. They're still 11 games I haven't met.
But that's hopium, right? Because we don't know how they're going to actually look. That's one of the things we're assuming that. Hey, they don't lose the rhythm, but they're definitely going to lose some beat. They don't have Gabe Davis or Stephon Diggs. So we have young guys that got to step up and actually be the guy. I think if Shakur does what he's supposed to do, I think if Keon Coleman actually assumes the role as he should, and Kincaid and Knox just continue to elevate, I think it might not be as bad. But they
I
definitely
think they're
don't
going to
got
be just fine. You got to remember, Buffalo targeted Coleman in the draft for a reason.
because
So-
Josh wanted him.
Yeah. And
That's
when
what
a
it
quarterback wants a certain guy, look at CJ Stroud wanted Tank Dell. I'm just saying.
His
It
speed
will
ain't
work.
the same,
They're
though.
gonna- It will.
I
All
hope.
right. So, I'm very, very surprised because I'm pretty low on Aaron Rodgers this year. I just think that like he's like father time, that year off, coming off an Achilles injury. He's not. I don't think he's going to be great this year,
Yeah.
and I think he's going to be tough down the stretch. But you gave the Jets a lot of wins.
Me having them have that many wins has nothing to do with Aaron Rodgers and everything to do with that defense might be historically great. That's, in my opinion, that's why. There's a ridiculously good defense. And if they can pay someone to be a pass rusher, they, sky's the limit. That team is.
Well, I'm
is
going to
loaded.
leave him at 8-8 until they sign Hassan,
That's fair. He might be worth a good 3 or 4 wins.
or 8-9. Sorry, because I'm missing a game there too. I guess.
I don't know what y'all looking at. Everything I see on Aaron Rodgers, barring he stays healthy, he looks like a fucking dude still. I be watching his videos and he just be tearing shit up. He still looks the same guy to me. I'm like, damn, bro, he still got it.
Everybody
I
looks
think
good in
trash.
practice too, though. So
He's
No, but I'm
trash.
saying even when they played against who they had practice against. The Giants was that?
practice. Right. Yeah, practice.
They,
Yeah, what does that mean? It's the
yeah, but
Giants.
they don't-
Our
they're not
secondary
gonna play the
sucks.
game. They don't have him playing
Our
the game.
secondary sucks.
Bro, he was torching the whole time. What I'm saying,
Yes.
for Brees Hall,
Well,
Brees Hall looked good.
Yeah, Brees Hall's good.
Brees Hall's not Aaron Rodgers.
Well, the
I
question
know.
mark is that offensive line. Is it going to hold up? And then in turn, will Aaron Rodgers stay healthy? But I think as long as he stays healthy and that defense is going to carry them.
Let's
They're going to win some
let's-
ugly games.
let's talk about the worst division
AFC
in
South?
this conference, the AFC South.
Yes.
I have the-
Trash.
I have the Texans winning this division at 9-8. I
Me
have the
too.
Colts at 6-11, Jags at 5-12, and the Titans at 4-13.
You're more brutal than me.
Yeah.
I think that this division is gonna struggle.
Yeah.
Not I. I had the Jags making a comeback. They're 11-6. I got Texans at 8-9, and then I have the Titans and the Colts both sucking at 3-14.
Oof. Wow. I have the Texans winning the division at 9-8, like Ryan said. I have the Jaguars at 8-9, missing the playoffs. Colts 6-11, Titans 3-14.
Yeah, nice.
What about the NFC?
NFC East?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's save them for last,
Okay.
so we could beat them up. Never mind.
Mitch,
That
that division
because that
sucks.
division's terrible.
It's just god awful.
They're historically bad. You know what? It's because I'll tell you right now.
They're not worse than NFC South though.
No,
Uh,
they're not. The
And-
NFC, it's no,
NFC
that was
South
worse.
is pretty bad.
I've got a losing record team winning that division, so they're not worse than the NFC South in my opinion. But it's all about potential quarterback play. Will Levis is unproven. Trevor Lawrence is fluky.
Yeah.
Like sometimes he's streaky good, sometimes he's bad. CJ Stroud was great last year, and then Richardson is unproven. It's
and can't
they
stay healthy.
have more. They're on the cusp of maybe potentially being. This could be a different discussion next year if all these quarterbacks hit.
Yes.
I think Indy's going to have some growing pains. He asked, "Do you think Indy's going to be that bad?" Indy's going to have growing pains. They weren't able to get into a rhythm with their quarterback last year. He played like 6 games in 6 games, but I mean he didn't finish like a bunch of them.
Yeah, he played in 8 games, finished in 2 of them.
All right, I got to make another pick so you guys do something.
So let's go to the NFC. Speaking of trash division, let's start the NFC South then.
All right.
I got the Falcons at 10-7, the Buccaneers at 9-8, Saints at 5-12, and I have the Panthers at 1-16.
Wow, our picks are almost identical. However, I have the Buccaneers at 9-8, winning the division. I have the Falcons at 9-8, missing the playoffs. I have the Saints at 6-11 and the Panthers at 1-16. They're
Bryce
trash.
Young,
They're
but Bryce
trash.
Young will have a Temple of 2014 year where they have all these close game losses. It will be close games with the Panthers. They'll cover a lot.
Yeah, they don't have any talent. It's just
I don't know where I'm missing a game here, obviously, but I've got the Falcons at 7-9. So let's just say they're 8-9. And then the Bucks at 7-9. Let's just say they're 8-9. Just give them 2 wins. So let's just say I have the Falcons winning that division at 8-9. I have a losing record winning this division. And then the Saints are terrible, 6-11. And then the Panthers are not much better at like 2-15. I don't have them getting much better.
Yeah, no.
All right, what's
Yeah.
the next division?
I did this downstairs on my laptop, and then I couldn't refresh. So this is what you're getting.
All right. I don't think there's any real disagreement in there. It's a toss-up whether you like the Buccaneers or the Falcons more. Other than that division just blows.
Yeah. Go ahead. Next division. What's next?
Let's go to NFC North.
This will grind some people's gears.
I can start it off. So
Yeah.
I have the Green Bay Packers at 14 and I was bullshitting.
Just
have the Lions at 13-4, the Bears at 10-7, the Packers missing the playoffs at 9-8, and the Vikings at 5-12.
What'd you have the lines at?
I had them at 13-4. And then I had the Bears 10-7, Packers at 9-8, and then the Vikings at 5-12.
I'll go. I have the Packers winning the division at 12-5. I have the Lions at 11-6, making the playoffs. I have the Bears at 10-7, missing the playoffs, and the Vikings at 1-16. Because Sam Darnold is garbage.
Yeah, but Justin Jefferson is not garbage.
I don't care.
I have the Lions winning this division, matched with Kenny at 13-4. I have the Packers still making the playoffs at 10-7, the Bears at 8-9, and then the Vikings at 5-12.
Mitch said others are shit. I'm trying to tell y'all, just like how Bryant was all big on Jordan Love last year, saying like, bro, he's actually good. Caleb Williams is actually fucking good.
Yeah.
So
Caleb Williams is actually good, and then the Bears are fairly loaded, both offensively and defensively.
That's why I think they're going to get sneaky wins, bro. Yeah. Their receiving core, they have a good running back, and they have Cole Kmet still at tight end. All they need is an accurate quarterback, and they win a lot of those games last year. Yeah. And they still have a lockdown corner on defense. They had good safety. They got great linebacker play, especially with Briggs. Like, come on. And Edwards, TJ, like, they got great linebacker play. And they D-line, they got Sweat. And then, I don't know the interior, the D tackles, but, like, they're better than a lot of people want to give them credit for, right? And I know everybody's on the Caleb Williams hype train, but it's as good as advertised, I think.
Yeah.
You guys, my only concern with the Bears is I'm not a big fan of their coach. That's it. I've never been a big fan of him.
Yeah, the difference though, Brian, between Love and Caleb Williams is a generational talent. Love was a project that has so far turned into something. But Caleb Williams is like almost like in the same breath as like Peyton Manning coming out of college. Like he's
I mean,
supposed to be the surefire guy.
Love had learning curves too. Last year he was
That's what he's saying.
good towards the second half of the year. Well, he's
He-
saying he sat and learned.
But the
And that's
reason
why
why
he was still good
The reason
last
why
year.
Love had to sit and learn is because when he came out of Utah State, he wasn't that good. That's why when he had great numbers, right? They was like, "Oh my God, he could sling it," but he wasn't that good. Everybody knew he wasn't ready. That's why they said, "Why would you draft a guy that high when you know he's going to have to sit?" Caleb Williams, it's not that effect. Everybody was like, "Listen, since his sophomore year, he should go in the league right now. He's ready to go right now. He just has to go
Yeah.
through his normal time and normal progression." Right. So I think that's what the biggest difference. His arm talent is better. He is a better playmaker than Jordan Love. Right. I'm just talking about from college. Now is different, right? Jordan Love
Right.
is working into himself into his own, and I think Jordan Love will be a great player. But I'm saying just out of college, it's night and day. It's not even the same.
Yeah.
I think it's like one of those things where guys like, oh, a lot of draft picks is potential. He's not a potential guy. He's ready. No. Name somebody that was ready that wasn't actually ready. Not a guy that said, "Hey, he's going to be good." He has a couple of question marks, but he's going to. There's nobody said there was question marks about Caleb Williams. Ryan Leaf, or we? All right, bro. If you have to go back and say Ryan Leaf, all right, we'll continue. What's the last division?
We got two more.
Oh, sorry, we got two more divisions. NFC West. He was supposed to be pro ready is decision making, but they said it's going to be a challenge for him because of his height, but he should be able to make things happen.
Yeah.
You don't hear any of that with Caleb Williams. Everybody says they won't start it right now.
And if you listen to Two Joes One Pro, we all told you CJ Stroud was the quarterback of that draft anyways. So just saying. He was the most pro ready.
NFC West. I got 49ers 15-2, Rams 11-6, Cardinals 9-8, and Seahawks 3-14. That's true, Mitch. I did say names one.
I got the 49ers at 12-5, the Rams 11-6, both making playoffs. Cardinals 6-11, Seahawks 5-12.
I have the 49ers 12-5, the Cardinals 10-7.
Wow.
The Rams. I'm really high on Kyler this year.
That's fine.
The Rams at 9-7, and the Seahawks at 8-9.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just figuring the Rams is kind of like their last hurrah. Like I feel like Stafford's days are numbered. He seems like the guy's ready to get like retire soon.
Yeah, I just think that defense is going to look a lot different without Aaron Donald.
It will. Yeah, you're right. Of course it will.
That's why
You
they
can't
need
just
to
replace a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, they can. They got my little bro over there. He's gonna replace Aaron Donald. D tackle.
What, Byron Murphy?
No, I'm talking about Corey Durden. I was just being funny.
No.
NFC East, sorry. I have Eagles 13-4, Cowboys 12-5, New York Giants at 6-11, and Washington at 3-14.
Wow. All right. I have the Eagles 14-3, Cowboys 11-6, both making the playoffs. I have the Commanders at 6-11 and the Giants at 5-12.
Wow, no love.
Sorry.
All right, I got the Giants at 13 and no, I'm just
Yeah.
no. I got the Cowboys at what is this 13-4. The Eagles at 11-6. The Giants at 7-10, and then the Commanders at 4-13.
Okay.
I like that.
But I will say this: if the Giants lose Week 1 against the Minnesota Vikings,
Scrap
they
all
will
of that.
erase it all. They will be 3-14.
No. They'll probably just tank for Carson Beck.
Sure,
Like
they will be.
he'll need
I'm
the
telling you
number
right
one
now.
pick.
That is the most winnable. You're playing against Sam Darnold at home opener against the Minnesota Vikings. Like, if we don't win that game, we don't win damn near any game.
Yeah,
It's
you
over.
don't deserve to do anything else.
Pack it up. So we should be 2-0 at the start of our season.
Why? Who's week 2?
Commanders.
At home or at? Commanders?
I think that might be at Commanders. It doesn't. That shit doesn't matter.
I think the Commanders might be sneaky good, and they'll be in close games. I think they'll probably lose a lot of close games.
They'll cover a lot of spreads. I'll say that.
Yeah.
Shit. What's week's? Who plays week 1? I need to pick a defense. Hold on, I'm up.
Pittsburgh.
No, they're already gone. This is my second to last pick in a 14-team league.
You don't want Philly for week 1.
No, I don't want Philly week 1.
Bengals.
They are there. What about Miami? Who's Miami playing?
They're playing
Jags.
Yeah,
I might do that.
Ugh.
Why? They're playing Jacksonville.
Yeah,
You
Jacksonville.
think Jacksonville's gonna? The only thing I'm hoping is that Jacksonville is down.
Ryan said take the Saints. They play Carolina.
There you go.
The Saints are already gone.
You could take the Broncos. They play at Seattle.
No.
Why? That defense is gonna be good.
How are you going to ask? And we give you suggestions, and then you tell us
The
no.
Broncos
just pick the damn team.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
We're
Chargers.
We're giving you
face
suggestions, and you're saying
face
no to
Vegas.
everything. We said take this. You said nah. Take this. Nah.
Well, no, I'm telling you, teams that the ones you suggested were not there.
My
Bears. Take the Bears. They play.
Yeah,
Tennessee.
I took Miami. I did take Miami. That's the one I took.
What about the Bears? They play Tennessee week 1 at
I
home.
don't think that. Let me see if they were there. No, yeah, I could have went with the Bears. They were there.
Yeah, well, you're impatient.
It's fucking timed.
You
Coming up
think
on my
it took
last
this longer than 2 minutes to discuss that?
I'll tell you what my team is right after this.
Anyways, did you guys do the playoffs?
Oh, I did.
Yeah, real
Shit,
quick.
I don't know
Who
where
do
it
you
went.
guys? Who do you have making it to the playoffs for y'all? Or of course we know who makes it to the playoffs. So you have winning, right?
All right. In the divisional round, are we doing it by? The wild card round.
Yeah, we get a wild card. Who has a wild card?
You guys do yours because I'm just gonna list my playoff teams because I took a screenshot of my thing. It's on my laptop downstairs. So
Okay.
I have the Ravens, Bengals, Browns, Dolphins, Bills, Texans. And the Chiefs. That's my AFC teams. And then the NFC, I have the Lions, Packers, 49ers, Cardinals, Cowboys, Eagles, Falcons, and then consolation prize, the Giants get snuck in as the extra team. No, I'm just kidding. They're not in. But go ahead.
All right. In the divisional round, I got the Texans beating the Bengals. I have the Bills beating the Chargers, and I have the Chiefs beating the Jets. And then in the NFC, I have the Cowboys beating the Buccaneers, the Lions beating the Packers, and the 49ers beating the Rams.
Yeah, my wild card teams is a little bit different. So you're gonna see my next teams be a little bit off. But for the divisional round, it's only 4 games, right? You said 6 games?
I meant wild card round.
Wild card. Okay. I have Bengals beating Jaguars, Ravens beating the Bills, Dolphins beating the Jets. NFC have Cowboys beating the Falcons, Lions beating the Rams, and then Eagles beating the Bears. Moving to the divisional round for me, I have Dolphins beating the Ravens, Kansas City beating the Bengals, Lions beating the Eagles, and the 49ers beating the Cowboys.
So my divisional, I got the Ravens beating the Texans and the Chiefs beating the Bills again. And then I have the 49ers beating the Cowboys again. And then I have the Eagles beating the Lions. Pretty chalk.
Yeah,
Hey,
pretty chalk. Yeah.
My last pick. I need your guys' opinion. Should I take a backup quarterback? I have Jalen Hurts. Or
For
should I
what?
just take Bucky Irving?
Bucky Irving. Worry about quarterback later. I mean, he does a week 5 bye, but so you'll have to figure it out soon. You don't have any players that can go on IR?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, there you go. You're fine. Just pick up your quarterback after the draft.
Yeah. So for the conference championship, I have the Kansas City playing the Dolphins again, and then I have the 49ers playing the Lions this time, but this time the Lions are winning. So I have Lions in Kansas City in the Super Bowl. And you already know who I have winning the Super Bowl.
Who, the Lions?
Yes.
Yeah.
I got the Lions too, baby. Lions beaten, but I haven't beaten the Baltimore Ravens.
I have the Baltimore Ravens beating Kansas City, and I have the 49ers beating the Eagles again. And my Super Bowl champion is the Baltimore Ravens. They beat the 49ers again.
Nope. Lamar has not learned how to throw.
Lamar's going to win it this year.
I don't know about that. I just think that it's get harder.
And no disrespect to Homer. I'm a Patriots fan.
It is
actually, I'm an NFL fan now. So, but I just think it's people are like underestimating how hard it's going to be for Kansas City this year. They've won twice in a row. That takes a tax on their bodies. Those older players are going to be a little more beat up this year.
As long as they got Patty Pat, bro.
I know.
You got to think about it. Yes, they have older players, but they got young guys coming in too. And all you need is the young guys to get the culture from the older guys, right? And Travis Kelce doesn't need to be great. He just needs to be his normal self. Because with Rashee Rice and Xavier Worthy, and then you hope Hollywood Brown is relevant somewhat.
I mean, Mitch, no offense, nobody's ever three-peated for a reason in the NFL. It's insanely difficult to do.
I think they get back there, though. I don't think they're three-peat.
Yeah.
I think that motivation.
If you win 3 out of 4, like that's been done. That's possible. But you got to have a year break in there somewhere where you're just.
Yeah.
If they do it, though, hey, they might become the greatest dynasty of all time.
Yeah. They're on the brink of it right now. Because I never thought nobody would upset the Patriots that quick. And it's.
You know what I will say, though? It is harder to do it now. Think about it. No one's ever done it, and it's harder now than it has ever been because there's only one bye week. Only one team gets the bye week. So, like, it's harder now than it has ever been because if you're the number 2 seed, you're not getting a bye. You're playing that week 1. So,
and I remember doing, like, the statistics on it. Like, I think it was, like, 86% of the Super Bowl winners were either a 1 or 2 seed.
Yep.
Meaning they had a bye week in the playoffs. So that is a significant point.
Thanks, bud.
All right, so let us touch on this real quick. I know we got going over on time a little bit. Let me touch on the BK bets. I know Brian got something. So let me put this
Where's
in
Travis?
there.
Where's Travis? That's what he's here for.
Yeah. Let me go ahead and put this out there. So, all my people that need sure bets, Ryan.
Just tell me what we're doing. Don't tell me what we're doing, and then you go place 4 other bets, and then Brett. This is all I'm gonna say, Kenny.
Look at that. Look.
This is all I'm gonna say. Don't if I'm complaining because we missed a ticket, complain with me. Don't be like, yeah, that sucks, but I hit on this other ticket.
No, I'm not saying I hit on other tickets. That has nothing to do with it. You're supposed to be happy for me that I'm hitting on other tickets. It has nothing to do with our parlay.
We ride together. We die
he
together.
He said, "Fuck my other tickets." That's crazy.
Bad boys for life.
Hey, listen, this is what I got going, right, bro? I have over 41.5 for the Texas-Michigan game, and I have under 63.5 for the Georgia Tech versus Syracuse game. It's a 12 o'clock game. So listen, you're either gonna be happy early or mad early. That's what I have for my 2-teamer. For my second, I guess it's second or third leg. I don't know which leg it would be considered. And I have some significant money out there on that one.
Did you do an alt spread on either of those?
I pushed the Georgia Tech game up to 63.5, but I think it's at 61 or 62 anyway.
Yeah, it's at 61.
Yeah.
No, I was just curious because the Texas game is already at 42.5 now.
Yeah, so it was I actually bought it down. because it
Okay.
was at 43, and I bought it down to 41.5, and then it dropped lower. So you probably get better odds than I did. I got minus 133 and minus 138, but the odds was the 202. So I had that in the morning game. I also have I call it the big spread parlay. A 3-teamer. I have Ole Miss minus 41, Alabama minus 31, and Missouri minus 34. I put some money out there for that as well. And those are my 2 big tickets. That's what I'm saying. If I'm going to put my hat on something, I'll put my hat on those. And
Got no Penn State love?
no, not Penn State. No, not against
Minus
Bowling Green.
35?
Not against Bowling Green.
Really?
No.
Bowling Green is not it.
It's the coaches.
Okay.
It's the coaches. It's a connection from the coaches.
It's
a
in
lot
Penn
of.
State.
I know some Penn State, but this is what I'm saying. It's a connection with the coaches. A lot of them know each other. And,
That's fair.
you know what I'm saying? So, as far as everybody else, if you're tracking us in BK Bets, or not BK Bets, you're tracking us in DraftKings. I'll have, of course, I'm gonna have some more tickets. I do have a 19 leg parlay. If you put $2 on it,
Jesus,
$2 on it can get you 132,000. But the thing is I pushed some of these odds. I think it's a smacker, and I'll leave you guys with this unless Brian has something. I have Duke.
Oh, where's this shit at?
I have Duke plus 2.5. Right, they play Friday. I have the over for the Texas game. I had it just at 42. I have the over for the Arkansas Oklahoma State game at 58.5. I think it's at 61. I pushed it down. Right. I've kind of been noticing they've been getting close on these over unders, and I'm tired of getting by the hook. So the BYU Ole Miss game is another Friday game, 53.5 over. I have Kansas State. I bought that down. It's at minus 10. I got it at minus 6.5. I like Cincinnati money line. I like Army plus 4 versus Florida Atlantic. I like the over for the Michigan State Maryland game, 41.5. I like South Carolina plus 10. I know a lot of people on Kentucky heavy, but I think that was a fluke by South Carolina last week, and I think it'll be a closer game. Washington, I bought that down. It's at 20.5 versus Eastern Michigan. I like Temple, I know, plus 14 versus Navy. I like Sam Houston UCF game over 57.5. I like the Kansas State game straight how it is already. I think they win by a touchdown, so I just took the 5.5 to keep with the odds. I like UAB versus ULM minus 13. I like the over for the Air Force and San Jose State game at over 46. I like Tennessee. I bought that down. It was at minus 8. I bought it to minus 6.5 versus NC State. I like the over for the Nebraska Colorado game. I have that. I think it's at 60.5 now, maybe 59.5. I bought it down to 56.5. I took Houston versus Oklahoma at plus 30.5. And then, of course, I left Alabama on there at minus 31 as well.
It won't let me copy. It says not supported. Not currently supported. They said this mother freaker is insane for a 19 leg parlay. It will not let me do it. I can't even copy.
You got to do it. You have to do it in our betting group. It should have the
I am. It says plus 1,000. When I click on it, it says not currently supported.
Plus 1,000. It shouldn't be that.
Or whatever. Plus.
It should be plus 1 million or some shit like that.
Yeah. I'm sorry, I forgot the zeros.
Yeah, the only difference from my 20, I have a 20 leg in. The only difference from the 20 leg and the 19 leg is I added Missouri at minus 34.5. But DraftKings wouldn't let me bet $5 on it because they said it was too high. But those are the only 2 things I got left, guys. Other than that, have a good week.
You got a problem.
Let's make some money. Unless Brian has something else that does.
Wait, can we do an NFL 2-leg?
Here's my NFL 2-leg that I really like. I don't know if you'll agree with it, but I like the Bears minus 4 at home against the Titans. And then I like the Chargers minus 3 at home against the Raiders. If you want to buy the hook down to 2.5, it makes you feel better. Do it.
Where's the Bears?
They're a 1:00 game.
Yeah, I have a 5-team parlay I put in a while back. I got a Texas money line, Dolphins money line, over 40.5 for the Steelers Falcons game, over 42 for the Broncos Seahawks game, and over 42 for the Cowboys Browns game. But I put that a while ago.
So you said minus 4 for the Bears.
Yeah.
And what was the other one?
Minus 3 for the Chargers. If you want to buy a hook, 2.5, do it. It's up to you. Because you could push on either of those, honestly. But So if you want to buy hooks, go for it. I don't mind having that push option in there though. Better than losing.
Yeah, I'm not greedy, bro. I stopped
Yeah.
being greedy now. I was like, listen, live to see another day. So I'll take that.
All right,
I'm tired of
did it.
just getting screwed by the hooks. That's all. All right. Well, man, as always, like, subscribe, share with your friends. We appreciate everybody tapping in. Hopefully we can continue this streak with our legs, with this second or third leg, whatever you want to call it. I think Ryan's this will be his first leg. But hopefully we can get it going, man. And if we get this going, then it might get a little spooky because then we're gonna be close, right?
Yeah.
We'll be close. We'll be
Start getting into some real money.
yeah, I probably if I hit this at 12 o'clock, I'm probably betting it back in the afternoon. And so
I'm only if I like some. You know what I mean? Like I'm
yeah,
not
only if
gonna
I'm not gonna be great. Only, but even this, if I get this, it will put me at 7 something. And I thought y'all said once we get to that leg, you got to take off the top and go to 5, right?
Yeah. Is there no 3 o'clock? I mean, 3 o'clock. Is there no Thursday games for college this week?
No, that doesn't start until like week 3 or 4.
Man, I need some Mountain West games. You know,
No, but that's not
And
gonna
some
happen till like
MAC
week
games.
5 or 6. Those Mountain West, those Mountain West, Conference USA,
Yeah.
Sun Belt games, those are not going to come until like week 4, week 5, maybe week
All right.
6. We start seeing the Tuesday game, Wednesday game. Then it's going to get real tricky because then we just be betting the whole time, just layer them up. Anyway, we're not going to take too much time. I know we're going over. So as always, bro, we appreciate everybody. We'll see you guys next week. First week of NFL. Everybody excited about that, man. If you're out there hanging out, enjoy, be safe, and we'll catch you next week. Peace.
Peace.
See ya.